I'll be reacting to how a realist hero rebuilt the kingdom, episode 19. I'll be watching it from Funimation's website, and I will be starting my reaction in 1-0 go. Bing! I always love that bing noise from the King Records logo. And Funimation's logo too. I like the touches with like that mountain, the lollipop, and even the kunais. And okay, now it's here. I just love the track that's being utilized to build up the mood. Usually when things are this calm or going this smooth or this good, there usually be a bump in the road. That's kind of scary to hear. I wonder if it has to do with like that group that's manipulating things behind the scenes. Because I'm imagine they're going to make a move eventually. I just hope that if they make a move, it happens in this season rather than in a potential season 3. And who knows if we're going to get one. No. Woo, boy. What would honestly be considered outrageous, though? The only thing I'd imagine that'd be outrageous in this world would be maybe trying to summon some kind of like mythical creature to increase the tactical fighting force of someone's army. That'd be the only thing I could imagine that could potentially be outrageous, or maybe doing something like reviving the dead. And I don't think the series would get that dark. At least that's my gut feeling. But then again, you never know. This series has actually had its dark moments here and there, so I wouldn't exactly shock me either. But then again, you never know with this series, though. For all I know, it could be the type to be just throwing a curveball at a moment's notice. I like how this opening makes it feel like Juno's important, even though, at least for this season so far, she hasn't really done much or contributed much to the plot. Aside for, again, her proposal. But even then, it's like she hasn't really had much of anything that makes me go, oh, man, this character is super memorable. And I'm not hating on her. I'm just saying that she's all right as a character. Nothing noteworthy, but nothing that's like negative either. She's like a mid-tier character in the series so far. Strike while the iron's. I gotta admit, I do like the title of the episode. Oh yeah, I always love it when you've got characters like that. I'm assuming, yeah, she's gonna be the eccentric type. That does not look like a dungeon entrance, though, unless it's some kind of magical spell where it's. Huh. Yeah, I actually wouldn't mind seeing those enclosed spaces with medals. That's a cute little name, Genia. Oh. Okay, for a second I thought she accidentally let out the forces of evil with that dun 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 boy sound. Oh, what the fuck? Well, damn, this looks like super futuristic now. I mean, we're talking about a world with fantasy. Well, yeah. I mean, he's still adapting to all this shit. I would probably be taken aback too if I was in that place. Holy shit! Talk about fancy. It can't be just the door you regularly open. It just has to fucking just slide up. It looks like it got transported into like the future. I'm gonna guess she has cleaning spells because there's no fucking way this genie and chick's gonna be able to clean all this by herself. Oh! Whoa! I'm actually surprised that she doesn't even know who they are. I guess it must shows you how busy she is with her experiments to not know who they are. All right, that's cute. She's polite. No. Okay. You can tell she's overcompensating for the fact that she didn't instantly recognize who they were. Just by the way she'd be talking here. It'd probably make someone more comfortable too that she's talking much more casually. I love the way Alicia became like you can tell she had her guard up. I love how she always does that whenever someone gets a bit too lively when it comes to interacting with other women. It's fucking cute. Huh. Damn. I mean, I guess it makes sense with how clean that place looks. That doesn't sound so bad. That doesn't sound so bad. I mean, hey, at least she's being innovative at the very least. Oh, I can see the problems now. Because when you have too much growth at once, it can cause a lot of chaos. Yo, I want to hear about this shit. Okay, I can see why. Okay, I can see. Oh. Oh! Well, damn. That's impressive. I like how someone looks mind fucked. The thing is, though, when you have like a limited budget, it's best to sometimes. I mean, she ain't wrong, but it's sometimes best to have everything on a singular vision if you're working on a budget, though. Oh. I actually don't mind this. At least, because with the exposition here, and considering the fact that someone wants to get to know her, this doesn't feel like an artificial info dump. I just hope that with what they're going with this, they actually utilize Guinea, or at the very least her knowledge, or whatever experiments or science that she does. I hope they utilize it in a future episode. And it ain't just for show, because sometimes the series can introduce a character like Juna, Poncho, Hakyu, and Tome and do fuck all with them, while you have other characters like Licia and Aisha and some that are used amazingly. I can only hope this Junio lady isn't utilized like the underutilized characters in this series. Huh. I'm surprised, considering that this world's filled with magic, that no one's really seen a spirit yet. I can like make magic to make something appear like a spirit when it actually isn't. Huh. Huh. Yeah. I kind of like how it actually delves into what and why people believe in certain things in the series. That's actually kind of sweet. Nothing groundbreaking or shattering, but hey, at least it does work as world building. I mean, I would say sometimes you can make some of the best inventions by accident. Sometimes, like the concept of the microwave. I remember reading a while back that it was due to an accident that it was discovered when it comes to making a mechanism that can microwave things. That's the beauty in life sometimes, where you're not sometimes you're going for something in particular, but then you have something that's in another direction, but it ends up having a lot of applicable usage. That's the cool thing about science and inventions. Oh, okay. It's pretty nice to actually get to hear the explanation of dungeon cores at the very least. Oh, okay, okay, that's actually interesting. No wonder why those projectors are rare, and also why they're so dang valuable too. Then, huh? Oh, that's a damn shame. Maybe they can capture one and just have a lot of traps so that any monsters that try to go near the dungeon core get killed. Oh, that would be damn nice. And that, and also because magic is like the easiest way of giving off an answer, even though it's not the right answer. Yeah, and that's all in human nature. Hmm. Huh. Why don't they just call it science at that point? Why have the over feature to it? Hey, shit, I wouldn't mind this too. And then imagine that someone would probably find something with applicable application with practical applications. If he's lucky, anyway. What is that, like a teleportation mechanism? Okay, that's impressive. Damn. You know, if they were able to go up against the demonic armies, if that were to happen, it'd be nice to actually see Junio's inventions like that bit actually utilized to a larger extent. You can tell you didn't think that shit through. Well, we can tell that Junio, she's definitely she's book smart, but she definitely ain't street smart at all. Yeah, but this whole and Luden has to deal with this shit every day. Whoa. They're tough. It'll take more than that to actually knock them the fuck out. The thing is, if something would have happened to them, it would have happened to all of them. You know, if she made a smaller version of that, she'd probably be able to make air conditioning in the how a realist hero built the kingdom world. Like, no joke. I could see that being applied to as a potential air conditioning unit if she were to make a smaller version of it. Huh. Oh, even if it's cursed, though, if it has practical applications, then it's all good. Huh. Yeah, it sounds like it could work as a nuke depending on the application of it. Yeah, they can actually utilize it as a nice little resource. Yeah. Maybe because the earth draws in the magic? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It absorbs the magic. It ain't like they can't use it. It just goes inside of the orb. Okay, I guess I was on the money there. You know, they could actually apply that as like a grenade and come like no joke. I would actually be interested in seeing that utilized as some kind of like a mini little nuke or a mini little napalm. Again, this episode is gonna work out really well if and I say if they apply any of the stuff that Genio's making into a future episode. Yeah, true. He's got to be careful with this. That's true. A lot of people would be trying to overtake them and attack them. Yo, okay. I love the implications here. Well, yeah. I'd say the high rewards of this situation outweighs the high risk. Tomoe hasn't really done much, though. I'd say Junio, it feels like she's way more important than Tomoe. This series has really done fuck all with Tomoe at all. Like it has. Let's just call it how it is. Has Tomoe really done? Oh. I mean, hey, a 60% chance is still better than nothing. Well, yeah, I mean, Lita wouldn't be putting up with this shit if he didn't like her. Oh boy. I love when just says that outward so freaking casually. I like how she says this so fucking casually too. I like how that she. Oh, that's fucking adorable. Well, they can just keep her last name though. Man, I love how our boy's always pragmatic. Oh, that's fucking cute. She's way more than that at this point. Oh, you can tell she really fenced into with the way she's blushing. That's cute. Oh, snap. I hope it's something that's good news. I mean, what could be. Oh, is it something that can burn clothing? Whoa. Yeah, I've been. That bad? Unless dragon bones are a really valuable resource. That doesn't sound that bad, though. I mean, what'd be the problem with her stealing dragon bones? That honestly doesn't sound that scandalous at all. Unless she stole dragon bones that were heavily guarded by some kind of like a vault in Soma's kingdom, then I can actually understand the problems behind that. But all right, yeah, my thoughts on the episode. If I had to rate this on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being abysmal, 5 being natural, 10 being exceptional, I'll give this one a 6 out of 10. While yes, it wasn't the most exciting episode in the series, I thought it worked because here it does a great job of setting up Silma's kingdom as a potentially prosperous and resource-rich nation. And I like this because if, say, he were to ever go up against a bigger army, it would have a means of Silma's kingdom being able to fight back with all the inventions that Genia has. And it really does make her an important character in the long run. Well, yes, a lot of the episode was info dumping and wasn't the most engaging dialogue in certain bits. It needed to happen, and I felt it was necessary. But in saying that, though, my thoughts on the episode are either going to improve or decrease depending on future episodes. Because if we see Genia's inventions applied to Soma's forces, then they'll be fucking cool. If we don't, this episode's not going to age well. It really just depends. So honestly, that's why when it comes to my rating, I got to limit it to just slight above average. Because despite there being a lot of info dumping, which was necessary, I did like the comedy, especially when Ludon and also Genia are going to wed each other pretty soon. I thought that was actually cute and adorable. So there were at least some snippets of comedy here and there that made the episode work. And I even love seeing that bit where Alicia was getting a little bit pouty when our boy was getting a little bit too comfortable with Genie. I thought that was actually kind of cute. So that's what I thought the running worked for the most part, because just the practical applications. Because if, say, we start seeing Soma's army utilize ships that can fly without the needs of having dragons, this episode will give us an explanation on that. I do hope that we get to eventually see that cursed ore utilized as like some kind of like tactical long range weapon if there's ever combat sequences again against large armies, because I feel like it could be utilized for that potentially. But yeah, but again, that's what makes this episode hard to rate, because considering the fact that it's unknown if we're ever gonna see these inventions put to practical use, it makes it tougher to rate. And speaking of which, not an issue on the episode itself, but it shows you an issue of the series in general when it comes to its pacing sometimes. It emphasizes that things are a bit too quick because I mentioned that Genia could be as important as Tomoe. I'm like, what the fuck have we seen Tomoe do in the series? She really didn't do much in season 1 and season 2, and they're making her out to be like someone important. Even though the series has not done a good job of showing you why she's so important. Hell, even though Aisha isn't as important as Tomoe, Aisha feels way more important than Tomoe. So that's the thing. Like, this series has a tendency, and it has the bad habit of telling you shit instead of showing it. And yeah, that's why I felt that little throwaway line felt like it was more of a symptom of how the series is handled by the animation studio. And it's not an issue in the episode itself, but it's a symptom that the series has where it's like, you can definitely tell sometimes just by the throwaway lines that it's rushed. Because with this, even though I don't read the source material, you can just tell from that throwaway line that at the very least, Tomoe has to be fucking important in the source material, but she doesn't feel important, though, at least not in the anime adaptation. She probably is in the source material, though. So that's why there were bits in this episode where you can tell it was flawed here and there. Still an interesting episode, though. So that's why I still enjoyed it. And I do like that subtle character development with Lycia when it comes to the whole bit where it's like you can tell she's falling more for Soma with the way she reacted, how he was getting really casual with Genia. So bits like that were nice. And I even love seeing those bits of characterization when it comes to Soma where he actually figured it out that, at least in this world, they use magic as explanations for things that are not fully explained yet. That's something I like about this series too, because sometimes when someone doesn't have the answer to things, they sometimes do try to find like a keyword or something that can describe something they don't fully understand. So that's nice. And it gives Soma some good characterization. I thought Genia was pretty funny too. How you can tell she's book smart, but not street smart, like how she utilized the invention way too close to her and the others. That was actually some funny shit there. So that's why I thought the script of the episode was good. It had lively dialogue like that. I also thought overall, aside from the script being pretty good, I gotta say, I really did enjoy the music used. It helped set the mood pretty well. While it wasn't exceptional, I liked it. Aside from that, I also liked how this episode, at least the artwork was consistent. Nothing that makes it go, oh, that looked good, but nothing that makes it go, oh, it looked like shit. I thought the visuals got the job done, so credit to the animators, even though you can tell this series is low budgeted. At the very least, the animators do a decent job in handling it with the low budget. And that scene where everyone was near the invention was well animated. So when there was animation that helped elevate the mood or to elevate something comedic, well, the animators at the very least splurged a little bit here and there. So that's what I thought visually it was competently done. Voice acting was pretty good. And yeah, that's why if I had to rate this again on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being abysmal, 5 being average, 10 being exceptional, I'd gotta give it a 6 out of 10 for a slight above average score, with potential for it to be higher depending if any of Genia's inventions are going to be utilized in a practical sense on screen in a future episode. But overall, I did like what I see, though, because the world building was good. But anyways, y'all, these are my thoughts on the episode. I'd love to hear your thoughts on how I feel about my reaction or the episode itself in the comment section below. Hope y'all rate the video, share it, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all later if you come back for more. But anyways, y'all, have a great day and night, everyone. Bye-bye.